Right, Mandy, the deer progeny testing program, now we've only just started hearing about this. Can you explain how it got started and who's involved?
It's something that the deer industry has been looking at for some time, and it gained impetus last November. Alliance became very interested in progressing what ideas were floating around in the industry, particularly looking at yield and the stags coming through. This progressed to discussions with Ag Research, and then we had a meeting in December, and we had a full turnout of all of the top breeders of the country who gave it their full support. And from there we've taken it and run with it.
Yeah.
People on board, tremendous support from all sectors of the industry, with the result that in 21 March we inseminated our first hinds.
How many have you done?
821 hinds on 2 properties. We've got White Rock Station, Ross and Sally Stevens, and Invermay are the first 2 properties that are involved. There are central progeny test farms.
What was the perceived need for this program?
There's been questions in the industry for some time, both on terminal traits and maternal, and probably the 2 questions on each of those is on the terminal side. We've got a range of terminal size, European breeds and Wapiti. What actually delivers the best in cents per kilo, dry matter and meat efficiencies, $2, and we really need to evaluate that, where we have those stags tested with the environmental variation removed and the hind variation removed, and that's what a deer progeny test will do.
So is this a sort of a refinement, if you like, of the information that's being delivered through Deer Select?
Yes, we're getting more refined, but we're also getting a lot of additive information.
Yes.
Eye muscle area will be on their yield, venison attributes, very important, strengthening and becoming very relevant with the market. Venison attributes of taste, texture, colour, we need to know that. It needs to be fed back through the system, related to the genetics, so that on the farms we can integrate that in as short a time frame as possible in the ideal world, and that's what we aim for, so that then feeds back through processes and out to market.
Do we know how heritable some of these traits that we're looking for are?
Some we do know, some we don't. The key question on the maternal side is what size hind is most efficient. Hill country, it's where a lot of our breeding hinds are, and we really need more information on that. The other thing, traits that will be on the list is Johne's disease. Let's learn more about that and the genetics of the heritabilities. Parasitology is also on the list.
Parasite tolerance or resistance?
Yeah, and just see how that fits in there. And the other thing is that genomics is a very huge part of farm breeding systems internationally, and the dairy sector in particular, and we need to be poised to take advantage of it when that reaches our table.
Is the work on the deer genome keeping up fast enough for what you want it to do?
We've got the ability there, so it's just getting all the pieces in place so that we have got a full integrated genetics program that we can go forwards with. So we're sort of going like this, and they're interrelated.
Is there a beginning, middle and end to this program, or
I don't know that there's an end.
Right.
I think when you talk about beginning and middles, and the first thing that comes to mind is we need industry to get on board. Obviously we've got breeders, processors, DINs, Ag Research, and what we really need is people like myself. We farm, we want to be efficient, we want a better bottom line, and if every farmer, and deer farmer in New Zealand could use breeding values, know what a breeding value is, look at the number and take that and put it across their hinds, we will see production just go like this. And it's not we don't have to think too much, we just have to say let's work with breeding values, and that's the big challenge, and I think had tremendous response. So the geneticists have pulled 15 sires out, and they come from what we call our partner herds, and these herds are very tightly linked. They are recording eye muscle area, very accurate, timely data measurement happening on farms, so there's a big ask on them, and they've really stepped up. And then also we have a next tier where haven't got sires directly in the progeny test, but they have said we really want to be linked in, so they use sires that are in the central progeny test and the deer progeny test and their operation. I'm very hopeful and encouraged that there's already people that are saying, look, we want to get more closely linked.
Sounds like an exciting project. Thanks,
Yeah.
Mandy.
Thanks, Phil.